Isn't that sweet? Native American food. Nothing like it. Love it. Totally love it. So I thought I'd play that at the beginning. I was thinking of playing it at the end, but it cuts off at the end. So I thought, I'll just put it in at the intro. Been a long weekend. The last of them just left probably an hour and a half ago. I'm like totally worn out, but I had a lot of fun four-wheeling, and I got out and did things. Yeah, it was a good thing. Yeah, house is a little bit disaster, and with the kids going in and out, it's gonna be fly war. I'm gonna be at war with flies as soon as this is over with. That's the one thing I don't like about this time of year. Welcome, my beautiful crime family, and welcome to Once Upon a Crime Time. I'm your host, Tommy Jude, and it is Mud Monday. Mad Monday. Yeah, something like that. And we're going to show something really good tonight, and from somebody that hasn't had a video out in a while and doesn't put them out very often, but when she does, they're pretty good. Yeah. So let me say hi to my beautiful crime family. Hey, Joey, good to see you, brother. And Thomas, my brother, good to see you. Ro, good to see you. Tina, my girl, good to see you. And Riller, good to see you. Deborah Lynn, my beautiful girl, good to see you. And my girl, good to see you. Full Moon, good to see you. Cat K, my girl, good to see you. And Lila, good to see you. And Cryptic Conversions, good to see you. Kathleen, my girl, good to see you. My beautiful agent. And we got Leo, good to see you. And And Sherry Irvin, good to see you. Jeff H., good to see you there, brother. And Sally Ann Collins, good to see you. And there's a lot of chatters in here. Carrie, good to see you. Debbie Gazzardo, good to see you. Yeah, a lot of people talking about the Native American flute, and yeah, that is pretty good. And Andy Ruler, good to see you. Lucy's mom, good to see you. Alec Bruette, good to see you. And Sherry Urban, good to see you. And everybody else up there, cold and or covered, good to see you. And let's introduce Miss Leah Story. Hey, Leah, how you doing, girl?
Hey, Tommy. Hey, everyone.
Yeah, what's up? You're done moving, huh?
Well, I'm not done. I'm in the middle of it, just taking a break.
Okay. Well, yeah, isn't that's always fun, isn't it?
Yes. Well, in the end,
Right.
it's fun. In the end, you're glad you did it. You know, you're downsized and the clutter's gone and you're clean. You know.
Right. Yeah, it's a lot more than just moving. There's a lot more to it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's introduce Natural Healing. Hey, Nat, how you doing, girl?
Tommy, Jude, I am well. Hi, Leah. Hi, chat.
Hey.
Good to see everybody.
Good to see you, girl. Yeah.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good night. We're gonna look at something really good. So
good.
Yeah,
good. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. And then let's introduce our Moonflower Laza. Hey, Moon, how you doing, my girl?
Hi, ladies.
Hey, Moon.
Yeah, how you been doing, girl?
Okay, just crocheting as usual.
Yeah,
nothing much changes at my house.
Yeah, right. Yeah. When we get older, we kind of have our routines.
Yeah. I refuse. Yeah. No routines as I get older. No. I will go to college forever.
Right.
That's pretty much how it feels.
Mostly it's what will my body let me do.
Right. Hey, I felt pretty good today, actually. And that's why I went on a 4-wheel.
Glad to hear that.
You wanna see me? Go look up my personal channel. I uploaded me 4-wheeling around with no shirt on.
Woo, I have to go catch that one.
I saw a little bit of it.
Okay, let's introduce Hope Floats. Hey, Hope, how you doing,
girl?
Hey guys, how are you?
Hi, Hope.
Yeah, good to see you.
How's our Southern lady?
She's good.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
Good. Got a good show lined up, I do believe. Yeah. We're gonna take a peek. I'm just gonna run it right now. How's that?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Let's get it.
Okay. Let's take a peek at it. Does everybody remember Roz Knight?
Sure do.
I don't think I'm familiar with her, Tommy, but that's okay. I watched her show, so
good content.
Oh, okay. Right.
Very interesting.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very good content. And she put there we go. Let it kick in here.
Here we have a movie, totally killer. Premiered September 28, 2023. Released on Amazon Prime Video October 6th, 2023. In May of 2022, Amazon Studios and Blumhouse TV announced Totally Killer, the director, writers, and cast. Principal photography took place from May 12th to June 23rd, 2022 in Vancouver, British Columbia. The massacre of 1122 King Road happened November 13th, 2022. I put together some clips of this movie that have similar CA coroner and prosecution. Per the coroner, the victims were stabbed with a sharp-edged weapon. 2 of the victims had defensive wounds. Per the PCA, Brett Payne, and I quote, I also later noticed what appeared to be a tan leather knife sheath laying on the bed next to one of the victims' right side. Per the PCA, the killer went from the 2nd floor to the 3rd floor, per a surviving roommate, who described the killer as a male, athletic build, all clad in black, wearing a mask. Some speculate that the murderer was already in the home waiting for the victims. The coroner also expressed that the victims were in bed asleep when the attacks happened. We don't know how the murder got into the home initially. Many believe and have speculated that the MPD and LE misused and mishandled forensic technology in order to get their suspect, Brian Koberger, who is a PhD student at a neighboring campus in a different state, WSU, Washington State University. Please stand by.
Guys, I'm at Charlie D'Amelio check.
19. 19? Yep.
I don't know if I've ever heard that before. Have you guys?
That's the first time ever.
That's the
I
first
may
time I've
have,
ever
but I
heard that.
don't. I'm not sure.
I've heard it before, but I've not put together like what she's doing.
Right.
She's putting the voices together
That's
this
the first time
time.
I've heard.
Yeah.
Let's listen to that again.
Yeah.
One of you guys.
That sounded like Help. Did it to you?
I can't make it out yet.
I can't
I
make it out.
gotta listen to it again.
I've
Sorry.
never heard
That scream.
I've never heard anything
Go ahead.
about shooting.
Yeah,
Me
no, you're
neither.
right. I've never heard this
Mm-mm.
before. No, it's the first time I've heard this. Help! That's what it sounds like
Yeah,
to me.
that's
Yeah,
exactly what it is.
Yep, I heard it that time.
that time I heard it.
Can't keep running. Yeah, that's what it says.
What time was
That's
that? Do
what
you
it
have a time?
says.
Do you have a time on that, Tommy? Tommy, did you have a time on that?
Let's see if I can see it up there. I don't see the time.
Oh, okay.
I can't. This might be in the way, maybe here. This thing up here. Maybe when I play it.
But remember that?
Oh. Huh?
Remember when that whistle? Remember that time that when they're whistling for the dog, and I just heard that right before the help. So it's probably around that time frame. You follow me? Okay.
That could be right.
Yeah,
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
You're talking on Linda Lane, right?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, and this is very close. I mean, this is right there. Actually.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if they're running, maybe they were out with Murphy.
At Linda Lane,
She said,
yeah. This is
yeah,
a little,
she said can't stop running or something.
156. Cat K says.
Is that what it is?
That's what Cat K says. Yeah.
That's probably what this is. I bet that's.
That feels right.
But it sounds closer here, doesn't it?
It does. But
sounds closer here. So this is where it might have came from, right?
True.
Let's listen to it again. Should I slow it down a little more even?
Now, if they didn't get home till 2:56, and if that's 2:50,
yeah, it wouldn't be one. No, wouldn't be one. Well, no, they got home at 1:56.
Yeah,
1:56. So if it's 1:51, then it couldn't be them, right?
No,
right.
The Cat K said 1:56, didn't she?
Right, that's what she has. But
Cat
anyway,
K has 1:56.
Yeah,
I think
then they're letting the dog out.
That's right around the time that they got home. Right around the time they got home.
I think they got ambushed as soon as they got out of that car. My opinion.
Or let the dog out.
Or let the dog
then
out.
that kind of makes what's her name a liar.
100%.
Well,
right. Well, actually,
they may have done.
The Linden Lane footage is 2 minutes off.
Okay. Ahead or behind?
I can't remember.
I don't know.
So I think it's actually 1:58. So that would make sense. So it would make sense.
Maybe they just went in, got the dog, and went back
2
out.
minutes. 2 minutes. Yep. Yeah. Okay, let's listen to this. Help. That's a screaming help.
Yeah.
And keep running.
And it's cute. Okay.
Guys.
I mean, that's loud.
That's disturbing to me. Very disturbing.
Well, it's definitely a red flag, and it's around that. There's right around that time. It makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, and then she doesn't she say stop it, stop.
Yep, in Banfield.
Yeah.
Yeah. You hear that at Banfield, yep. Which is what, like a block away or block and a half away?
Not if that even, yeah. But it echoes through there, so you can hear everything.
Right.
And it sounds like her voice here. That's why it's put together.
Yeah, this is pretty disturbing.
I'm at Charlie D'Amelio check.
19. Yep. Okay. Is there a reason why you didn't stop back there? Yeah.
Well, we saw him talk to him.
Right.
Guys, I'm at Charlie D'Amelio check.
19. Yep. Okay, is there a reason why you didn't stop back there?
That's her. That's her
Use her
voice.
voice.
That's
That is
her
her
voice.
100%.
That is her voice.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
because I truly think they got ambushed.
And that's something I don't care what people, the guilters, who I know there's
Yeah.
one out there right now.
Yeah.
I
Always
don't care
will be.
what they
Hey,
say because that is her voice.
Yep.
That is definitely her voice.
100%.
Never made it in that home.
Guys, I met Charlie D'Amelio. Check.
Okay. 19.
Yep.
Well,
Okay,
there's
is there a
stomach
reason why you didn't stop back
contents.
there? Yeah.
Well, we saw him talking to him.
Guys, I met Charlie D'Amelio. Check.
Okay. 19.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Is there a reason why you didn't
If
stop
that's
back
not a
there?
match, I don't know what is.
That's fucking unreal. That's fucking unreal, man.
Yeah.
That is.
And that
Wow.
was around the 3 o'clock in the morning
Right.
time.
3.
100%.
So
Yeah, great job, Roz. Fucking
Yeah.
A.
their stomach contents are going to tell a big story, I think.
I think so too. I want to know. I want to know that really bad because
Do you think
it
that
is
we
gonna
actually
come
are
out.
ever going to know that? You think we actually are ever going to know that?
No.
Well, if
I
it goes
think
to
it has
court,
to
we
come out in
will.
court,
By
right?
court.
If it goes
by
to trial,
court, yes.
if it
Do you
goes to
think it's going
trial,
to go
we
to
will
trial?
find out.
I've got a feeling it is.
That's it.
I
You
do
know what?
too.
If I was Bill Thompson, I wouldn't want this to go to trial. Mm-mm.
I know, right?
No, but maybe that's why he's trying to blow the case.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Something. It's not getting any better, that's for sure.
That for sure. All right, let's keep going.
Well, we saw him talking to him.
What you just watched were clips that I put together. You decide if you hear the same. Those clips came from Linda Lane, which is near 1122, as well as body cam footage that is near 1122 and Taylor Avenue. One of the victims, Kaylee, her sister, has said to the public that on November 13th, Kaylee initially called Jack at 2:26 a.m. and another 5 times before 2:45 a.m. A sixth call was made to that number at 2:52 a.m. and then no more calls. That last clip where you hear, I believe Kaylee was at 2:55 a.m. in a field near 1122, and that field is near one of the fraternities, Sigma Chi, which Ethan, another victim, was a part of. Please stand by.
Here on Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, War, Peace, and the Presidency, Breaking with Convention. I'm Amy Goodman with Juan Gonzalez, as we broadcast from here in Chicago at CAN TV.
Well, we look now at how the city has a long history of police torture under Police Commander John Burge, who is accused of leading a torture ring that interrogated more than 100 African-American men in Chicago in the 1970s and 1980s. They routinely used electric shock and suffocation with plastic bags and typewriter covers, among others, methods to extract confessions from men who were later shown to be innocent. This comes as Illinois has one of the highest rates of wrongful convictions in the United States, and a disproportionate number of the wrongly convicted are Black or brown people.
For more, we're joined by two men from right here in Chicago who were exonerated after serving decades in prison. Stanley Howard spent 16 years of his life on death row for a 1984 murder that evidence would later show he did not commit. He says he was tortured until he confessed to the crime. He's the co-founder of the Death Row 10, a group of Black men on Illinois' death row who were tortured by the notorious Chicago police commander John Burge and his detectives. Howard was pardoned by Governor George Ryan in 2003. He co-authored the book Tortured by Blue, the Chicago Police Torture Story. We're also joined by Jimmy Soto, who was released from an Illinois prison just this past December 14th after a 42-year fight to prove his innocence. At the time of his release, Jimmy Soto was the longest-serving exonerated prisoner in Illinois history. Now he's working on getting a law degree to help others like him. We welcome you both to Democracy Now! It's an honor to have you with us.
Granted, Moscow, Idaho is not Chicago, Illinois, and Brian Kohlberger did not confess to those murders, but the Innocent Project is there for a reason. Recently, we have heard some respondents of Moscow, Idaho make dire predictions according to the filings, saying that if Kohlberger is acquitted, there would likely be a riot and he wouldn't last long outside because someone would do the good old boy justice. They burn the courthouse down and riots. Parents would take care of him. They do not believe in innocent until proven guilty. Please stand by.
For a trial date and a scheduling order, if Your Honor is interested.
I'm very interested. I'll tell you before you say anything about that.
Yes,
I was looking at whether or not it was realistic and fair. Okay, trying to be compromising to some degree. I think it was March 3rd, 2025.
Well, Your Honor, it just happens to be in pink highlight on my ad here, March 3rd, 2025 for trial.
Okay, I had no idea. I wasn't reading your mind or anything, but I thought that's about the mid, and I remember, Ms. Taylor, that you said that would be the soonest you could be ready.
And that was if everything went right from that point.
And I remember that.
And it has.
I love Roz.
I don't care what their proposals are.
Okay. Go ahead, Mr. Thompson.
Thank you, Judge. I think the last thing that I want to touch on real quick is the proposal to set a state discovery deadline and set hearings on the change of venue is inadequate. As we've indicated, change of venue under the law, that motion is premature. We need to be able to give the court the benefit of what impacts publicity, for example, is having on our actual jury pool. We know there's publicity. Everybody can agree there's been massive publicity, not just in Latah County, but I see more about it in Boise or hear about it from other parts of the state than what we're seeing locally. So the massive publicity, that's a red herring, realistic. There's publicity everywhere about this. The issue is whether the publicity and the nature of this case is such that we cannot pick a fair and impartial jury in this county. And of course, we know that just being aware of publicity about a case does not disqualify a jury. There has to be a showing that publicity or whatever has impacted the juror to the point where that juror cannot sit in this box as a fair and impartial juror and make a decision based only on the evidence presented in this courtroom. That's the issue that Your Honor is going to have to decide on the change of venue question, and you can't do that based on a bunch of affidavits from experts who say, Judge, there's been a lot of publicity. That doesn't cut it.
Oh boy.
So I think just having a state's discovery deadline and trying to prematurely move forward with motion for change of venue is not the right approach. We think that the proposals that we make are reasonable, understanding that Hayward has concerns about whether she's going to be able to meet those. And I think there are enough stages in there that if that becomes a reality, there's the opportunity for us to discuss it. Like everybody here, we only want to do this once. We do not want to invite error that is void. Thanks.
Yep, this music goes perfect with
It's
that.
just weird.
Isn't it perfect?
Yep. It's your ritual music.
Evil men.
There's your man of the hour right there.
Was that the mayor? The man of the hour, you said?
That's Green.
Willie?
Tommy, you got to catch up here with us.
Rory's on a roll.
And Willie too.
I just saw it.
Less than an hour ago, we were here, and about 5 plainclothes investigators, we don't know if they're local, state, federal, they were inside, and we saw a lot of activity inside the home, and the home was lit up, so we were able to peek in some of the windows, but we saw those men inside the home in the 2 particular rooms where the murders took place. We did not see them leaving with any materials. I asked them.
Okay. Am I on? Yeah, I'm on. I need to show something why we're here. I need to show something else why we're here.
Okay. Can I take a break and go puke?
You may do that.
Thank you.
But this is a hell of a video by Roz. You gotta give her credit.
Yeah.
Man. This is one hell of a video.
Inside the home, and the home
That looks like that.
lit up. So we were able to peek in some of the windows, but we saw those men inside the home in the two particular rooms where the murders took place. We did not see them leaving.
Right there. I want to stop it right there, okay?
Yeah, that looks like
now.
that. Look, that looks
Now,
like that.
now let me do my magic, okay?
Okay.
Check it out, people. Check it out.
Jack D.
Yep, it was.
Okay.
Yep.
And that
Sure looks like him.
And that one guy has something in his hand. This dude right here.
Look.
Kopaka.
Look. Look at the nose.
Yeah, that's what got me when I saw that before was the nose is the same. He's obviously been to a barber, but
I know. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. We'll keep watching this so Moon can finish her puking.
Yeah, thank you.
With any materials, I asked them a couple of times, why are they back? They did not answer me. They pulled away in two vehicles. One had a Washington State plate. The other had an Idaho plate. But that is all we can tell you. But we did see a lot of activity. This house was lit up for nearly an hour. They were inside. We don't know why.
Motherfuckers, man.
Yep.
What? We started at 4 a.m., didn't they, instead of 6?
28.
Yep, and it's all just another day at the office. Goodbye evidence. Hello, cold case.
you're happy, Green. The house is down.
Finally! No one's here that. So everyone here is trespassing?
Well, no one's here that's trespassing, but no one that lives here is here right now.
So where'd they go?
They're just not here. I have no clue where they went. No clue.
So you guys just throwing a party in their house at
They were here at one point. They're not here right now. I just searched all the rooms.
They left and went over to some other party, and everyone is about to leave and go over to another party.
Okay. Who does live here? What are their names?
I am actually not sure. I live across the street. I just came over. I haven't drank a drop.
Male, female?
I think it's mainly females. I think it's like 4.
What sorority are they affiliated with?
I don't know.
I don't.
Yeah, you
I don't
do.
know if they're associated with it. I don't know.
So I guarantee you they're associated with the sorority. As many of them are living here, it's an off-campus sorority.
Just as Sigma Chi boys there.
Mhm.
No, I'm sure
Mhm.
they know
Oh,
exactly.
they know. God, Jesus,
Well,
yes.
yeah.
They're playing dumb, and they look stupid playing dumb at it. So they just got to just keep on going.
Right. Terry's got a good question. I want to answer what somebody asked me up there. I put it on there. They wanted to know who was right before my butt when they were showing those pictures. I can't remember.
I don't remember. I have to look at it.
Wasn't it that cop, Rosie Rosenthal? Or was it Green?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was
I don't
either
remember.
it was either Rosendahl or Green, I think. Yeah. And then Terry's got a question here. Once upon a time, that if the house was actually donated to, she made a mistake there. She said house. Did they also donate the property that the house was on? That's a good question. Or is the owner keeping the property and just going to rebuild the house on there? You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, anything's possible with Green, right?
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like
Who
to know
knows?
that. I would like to know if the
That's an
land was
interesting
donated.
question.
Very interesting. Terry always comes up with those
He
interesting.
does all the time.
I did read that they're planning a big apartment complex there.
Well, then that probably isn't the university's land. Then it sounds like Mr. Sex Crime Guy. Probably.
Tommy, come on now.
Something
You're
about
holding back.
they own all the other
Yeah.
properties. They own all the other
Yeah.
properties in the block, and they're going to.
They own the gas station that picture was taken of the car too.
Right.
I
Of
didn't know
course.
that.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. Isn't that something? That's totally crazy.
You know, I also want to say something too in that video. Those
I'll be
cowboys.
right back. Yeah.
Well, the last man that was getting in on the driver's side in the back of that vehicle, he had something in his hand, and it was on his left hand. I don't know if anybody noticed that. So he took something out of that house.
Or maybe he had a pair of gloves on and dropped one.
No,
the glove
this wasn't a
found.
glove. This was
Oh.
something electronics. 100%.
Oh,
You can go
okay.
back and look at it. Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I've seen that before, and he's
Have you
holding
seen that
like
thing I'm talking about? Okay.
yeah, like a black stick.
Was it
or something.
Kaylee's phone?
No.
I
No,
doubt that.
I doubt that.
Yeah.
I doubt that.
Small.
But
Yeah.
I can go
Right.
back.
Well,
Let's see if
throwing
I can
sauce
find it
at
here.
the wall, see what sticks.
I don't think that's Kopaka. Boy, it's similar, but I don't.
No,
I don't think that.
I just threw that out there because someone
Yeah,
brought it to
though.
my attention that it could be. But there's so many people that wear that style.
In
You know?
Man's Beard,
In
But it
Idaho,
does-
that's
there it is.
common, though.
Idaho, you
That's
know.
the style in
Yeah,
Idaho.
right,
He looks like
right.
he looks like the guy that owns the axe throwing business to me.
Okay. Oh, here's those
Yeah.
pictures.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay,
Is
there
that
it
these
is. There
pictures?
it is.
Okay. Is that it?
Oh, you went way too.
Right.
Oh, I don't know who you. Oh yeah. Oh, I see.
Where's my butt?
Wait.
I don't know.
Where's
You're
my
sitting
butt?
You sitting on
Maybe
it.
it's back further.
Are you sitting on it, Tommy?
Are you sitting on it?
Right.
Oh,
Was
wait,
it?
where
It
are
wasn't
you?
this far. It wasn't this
No.
far, was it? No.
No, you're.
Chanel
It was-
Rhea says after Fry.
After Fry? Okay, I must have
Yeah.
skipped-
There you go.
right,
No,
right.
Oh, keep going.
Okay, there's Fry.
Alright.
That guy. That
Yeah.
who is that?
Is
Oh,
that
there's
the
Green.
mayor? The mayor.
Wait a
Is
minute
that
here.
the mayor?
Where is that guy? Oh, it might be the mayor.
And the mayor.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it
eyebrows-
is the mayor.
That is the mayor.
The
That's the
mayor's
mayor.
eyebrows are satanic to me. They have that. They're thick, and they have that little flip up on each side at the end, like most of the Satanists do. He does. Look at his eyebrows next time you get to see him interviewed or anything.
Right. Okay, now let's go look at
Oh, Leah, you
I
are
just
so
had
precious.
I had to say that. I had to say
You are
that.
just precious. You
Oh,
give
sorry.
my life joy.
Okay, let's see if we can catch
Inside
this.
the home, in the two particular rooms where the murders took place, we did not see them leave.
Okay, now which guy are you talking about now? I can't remember.
Yeah,
What
he's
is
really
going.
trying
Keep
to
this
going.
guy,
hide.
ain't it?
I'll tell you.
Or is it this
No,
one?
keep going,
No.
Tommy.
It's the last one.
That cowboy guy sure doesn't want to be recognized.
He's the last one getting in.
It's the guy in the blue. Okay, wait,
Right
hold up. And you'll see it in his left hand. Keep going.
Yeah. I can actually see a shine right now. There's something right there.
Keep going. You have to see it. Keep going. Keep going. Okay.
Oh, this guy.
It's that
right
guy right there.
There it is. Like a black stick. Like a black stick.
Yes. What would that be?
Boy. Fire stick from the TV. Fire stick from the TV.
Well, I think it's probably evidence.
Yeah, I'm sure it is evidence. I'm sure it is
100%.
evidence.
I think that's Jack D too, in a big fat coat.
Me too.
Not right there, but when he went around the other side, 100%.
You think it's who? You think it's who?
Jack D.
Back it up.
Yeah.
Where's
that guy?
serious?
That guy's too short.
Very
That
100%.
Which one?
short for
Jack
Jack.
D is tall.
He's got the green coat on. He's got a lot of coats, and underneath that, you'll have to see how he's set himself up pretty good.
Did I go too far here?
And if it's not Jack D, what about that investigative reporter?
All right. Now, which one are you talking about? Are you talking about this guy right here?
No, I'm talking about he has a green coat on. He's coming.
You think that the one that's
he's
holding? No, I'm talking about Jack D. Which one? Who are you thinking?
He has the green coat on.
Tell me when to stop. Tell me when to
I
stop.
will.
Let's look for the green
See
coat,
them
Tommy.
leaving with any
got
materials. I asked
He
them.
I don't see a green coat.
He has a green coat on. He's
Right
hiding
there,
his.
right.
Okay, it's a tan coat. I'm wrong.
Tan?
Is he the guy? Did we go past it already?
Yes.
Or is the
Yes,
guy
he's
coming
hiding.
out? Oh.
I
Go
apologize. It's tan.
Go back to when they come out of that door. Did
Right.
they come out of the door?
Yeah, you have to go back now. If you go back, he's coming around from the other side.
The two
Yeah, I'm going to turn it down so we can talk.
Yeah, would you please? Thank you.
Yeah.
I usually think it's Jack D or that investigative reporter.
Are you talking this
He's
guy? or
behind
this
the
guy
guy
right
in
here?
the white hat. He's
It
behind
is.
this
Tommy,
guy.
he's coming around. He's got the hood up tight around his face.
And he's coming around the guy with the red and white ball cap.
No, let
and
me
the
talk,
blue
please.
coat?
Just hold on,
Oh,
hold on.
excuse me. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Okay, see the
Yeah,
they
that's
see the
fine.
guy in the blue coat right
This one?
next to him. No, keep yes,
To the
right
right.
there. Yep. And
Mhm.
then he's on the other side of him. So you'll be
Okay.
able to he's
That's
hiding
who I
himself.
asked if that was that guy.
You're
Okay.
right. Okay.
Yeah, it's on the other side of him, yeah.
Well, how can you tell? I mean, I don't see
Right
no face
there.
shots of him.
How do you see it, Hope? How
Are you
said you think so
checking
too.
this-
When you could see on somebody's video of them coming out the door, really, they showed them
Uh-huh.
coming like through the living room. You can see
What would
the
he
side
be
of his
doing with him?
face.
Well, what would he be doing with them if they're getting evidence? And you know what you kind of felt all along, right?
Right.
Do you follow what I'm going with this?
I think.
Well, he probably knows a lot more than what we think.
So
Yeah.
then what my opinion would be if he's with these guys is that
Mhm.
he's steering him in the wrong direction.
Yeah. But I don't know where else to go with that. But besides, his the crime of passion. Now they're gathering more evidence. I mean, he must know more. There must be more, a lot more to this.
Right.
But I can't say what because I don't know. So I
Right.
think
Or
there's-
is it
there's-
is it like this guy and it looks like him and it's not him? You know what I'm saying? Like that looks like Kopaka, but it's not him. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. That one I don't think so. I think if it's Kopaka, I think he would be in I think he's alive. I think he'd be in protective custody, in my opinion.
Right. Unless he's working for the feds.
Unless they're pretending to be feds and they really are not.
Well, nobody's seen anybody drag him out either. And you know what? That's a tougher one for me to even swallow, because it's easy with the house, because you got a couple different doors. You have police all around guarding it. Over there, I mean, they had to carry him out of an apartment. They had to go down the apartment stairs.
Yeah. It's all a charade, in my opinion.
But whoever it was, they went straight to what they had to go get and come out.
Right, because they knew exactly. See, this is the thing. They knew where to go to get this information. So I think Jack D has a ton of. I know that everyone's saying it's not him, but I think he's got a lot of coats and a lot of pants on. So disguise him, and he tried to disguise himself the best he could. This is my perception on that.
I'm gonna check into that a little more. Don't dive, and somebody else said these are not feds. Then they would be. Who else would they be?
Texas Rangers?
Yeah.
Not in Idaho.
No, not at all.
Idaho. It could be.
They could be.
That was a joke.
They could be working on the other side of law, and the right people would be Jack to know where everything's at in that house. Exactly. And they're like, "Oh crap, we got to get this out of there before someone else finds it." Or so forth. And that's what I think. I think where this is at.
Tommy?
Okay. That's a good idea.
Tommy?
Yeah.
Do you know who I think is Jack D? That that thing by the dumpster where when he gets in the car they ask that's it. I think that's Jack D. Because I checked his shoes out. And they're Jack D. They look exactly like Jack D's shoes.
Right. Yeah.
And that's what I think that is.
Some people now think that, and this, I don't know about this, but I think it was it Bubbly on one of her videos? I think it was. Is saying that the driver in that car is Joe Vito.
Joe Vito, huh?
Oh, when did she say that, Tommy?
On one of her videos, I'm pretty sure she was looking at it, and she compared Joe Vito to the driver. The size matches and what they're wearing. So
that's interesting. Well, I know he had something to do with it, but I never could figure out what, other than maybe organizing the fights.
Right. Yeah, and I don't know. I haven't investigated it myself to really know. I just I seen it on one of her videos. Is all.
I'll have to check that out.
But what an awesome video by Roz Knight. I got her her link down in the description, and I'm hoping that the mods up there, who's ever left out there, is putting Roz Knight's. Let me see if I can put that out there for everybody. Yep, I can. There we go. And that's the Roz Knights. And I'll tell you what, as good as that video is, people, look at only 351 views from a day ago. This deserves a lot more than 351 views.
Yep.
Yes, it does.
So, yeah, here's me commenting. Great video again, girl. I'm going to run it on Monday night, midnight. Midnight, not mod night, midnight. Oh, too funny. But that's Roz Knight, so look her up. Yes. Good video. Oh, here I am, not even showing myself. Okay. Yeah. Wait, Kathleen, I got it.
Well, she's not your agent for no reason.
The problem is my monitor isn't the one I got behind this isn't quite high enough. So I put it down like this so I can see the bottom of my screen when I have to look at the StreamYard stuff. That's just the way it goes. I can never get this monitor quite right. Stupid. Yeah. Anyway, so that's one that we have to look at, and those pictures. I know people don't think it could be him, but you just never know. You with
No, you don't.
This case, we just don't know what's going on, and I know there's 3 other investigations going on. So could he still be alive? Maybe. I don't know. There wasn't much about his funeral. There wasn't much about anything. And actually, if you think about it, there was any of the funerals. Did they even have funerals for the 4? Any of the 4?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Was there even a church service?
I don't think so.
Possibly Ethan. Maybe Ethan. That's all.
But I never saw anything about Ethan. I mean,
okay, Deb. All right. What's that, girl?
I just would think that they would have, said, even if it was going to be a private ceremony, that ceremonies would be held for him somewhere. And I have not heard one word about it, about any of them. All I heard was that their parents got their ashes, except for Ethan. I guess maybe the parents had him cremated.
Yeah, we know about we know about the Memorials Mountain, but that's not the same as a church.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the same as a church service.
Now they didn't for Chrissy, because people comment about how they didn't do anything for Kaylee. Excuse me.
I'm starting to wonder, Alec.
What?
It's all fake.
Oh, I know.
I've thought that a time or two, and then said,
I've said that before.
Can't be.
I've said it before. And
had to talk myself out of that train of thought.
But I mean, my God, no bodies taken out, no memorials. No church services for any of them, as far as I know.
And the parents
Someone
don't
like
act
Ethan?
like parents that have really. I hate to say that. I don't know. They just.
Well, they were
too many
sad.
weird things about the parents.
But the thing is they'd be sad if they were put into, protective custody, because they'd never get to see him again.
Rose said they had it on the day of arrest. Steve said back then. So December 15th, a month later. Well, maybe wasn't
he arrested on the 30th?
No, he was arrested on the 15th.
15th
of December.
15th of December.
Day after my birthday.
I thought it was the.
Maybe we missed it because there was so much. We'll have to look it up. I should just look it up right now and see. Has anybody ever really looked at like the what do they call it? Like what they put in the paper. You know what I mean?
The obituary.
Obituary.
The obituary. Yeah,
I've never seen one on any of them.
Let's look it up.
I agree with you, Deborah.
Well, I think there is one. No, they want to verify I'm human. Jeez, I don't know if I can. Okay. There is one. Let me get rid of all the ads that are popping up. And I'll share it. Because I've never seen it. So.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Kopaka was killed on the 15th.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
But the arrest was the 30th.
That's right.
Yeah, the arrest. Oh, yeah, the arrest was the 30th. Yep. Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It was the 30th. No, it couldn't have been when the day. That's a month and a half. They couldn't have waited a month and a half. All right, Kaylee J.
Well, they could if she was cremated. They could have it anytime. Could have it a year later.
Too. Yeah, well, from what we heard, she was cremated without even any permission. I don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah,
Kaylee Gonzalez,
that would be
21.
really strange.
Oh, yeah, it would be. It's illegal. Kaylee Jade Gonzalez was born in Concord, California. On June 8th, 2001. Geez, that's not even that long ago. You think about it.
I know.
She left this earth for one final adventure on November 13th, 2022. Even before her birth, Kaylee was fire and life. Stephen Christie's third child. She was wild and different. She was born with black, thick curls and the cutest button nose and a perfectly round porcelain face marked with a tiny scar on her forehead that even the doctors couldn't quite explain. Much to her dismay, later in life, her siblings would tease her that's where her horns tried to grow in. Christy and Steve continued on to have two more girls, making Kaylee the middle child of 5. Around the age of 1, Kaylee and the family moved to North Idaho, where she continued to blossom into the most beautiful, authentic, social, and funny person we had all ever met. She loved Claire's and fashion and accessories and doing whatever she could to get a laugh out of those around her. Kaylee went to Bora Elementary with her older brother and sister before moving on to Charter Academy for middle school, where she and Maddie Mogan found one another. Mm-hmm. After that day, we were no longer a family of 5 siblings. We were 6. After much convincing of her parents, Kaylee went to Lake City High School before attending the University of Idaho with Maddie. She joined the Alpha Phi sorority and was studying to become an elementary school teacher. Really? Okay. Throughout all of her years of education, Kaylee maintained incredible grades and made friends wherever she went. She was social, quirky, contagious, and a little bit of a goofball. Sorry, Kaylee. It's true. She loved to play pranks on her friends and family constantly. She loved adventures. She was a hard worker, always having a full-time job on top of her studies, even in high school. Kaylee loved the nicer things in life and took a lot of pride in buying those things for herself. She was strong. She was fair. She was tough. She was dedicated. She was beautiful. She was, and she is love. Kaylee is survived by too many loved ones, including Christy Gonzalez, her mother, Steve Gonzalez, her father, Linda Luke. Oh. There's some Luke. Well, there's some Lukens up here. Linda Lukens, her grandmother, Cheryl Gonzalez, her nana, Chris and Tammy Butts, her uncle and aunt, Olivia Stevenson, Stephen Gonzalez, Autumn Gonzalez, and Aubrey Gonzalez, her siblings, how do you pronounce that? Delia, Fox, and Phoebe, her nieces and nephews, Sabrina Whitcomb, Bryce Butts, her cousins, Jack. What? Oh, okay, they're going afterwards. those were her cousins. And then Jack DeCoeur, her longtime term boyfriend, and finally her fur baby Murphy, a mini golden doodle. Kaylee will continue on her next adventure with her favorite human, Robert Lukens, her papa, Steve Gonzalez, her grandfather, and the world's greatest dog, Mojo. She came into the world surrounded by family and love and left the same way with her chosen sister, Maddie Morgan, by her side. Oh, God. Ugh. Ugh. A service for Kaylee and Maddie will be held at a later date. Exact details will be announced once finalized. To plant trees in memory, please visit the Sympathy Store. Doesn't say anything about a church service. Oh no! Oh, it's still. Or no, these are comments. Kind of want to look. I just want to kind of see who's all. Kelly Jordan, I think that's a name that Bubbly knows. There's going to be too many. I'm going to do this one. I'm not in the show, I think. There's a lot of them. Yeah. Yeah, that's sad. All right. Well, she had one.
An obituary, but
right. Yeah, no church service.
No
Doesn't
church
look like
service
it.
yet.
No. And that makes me wonder about the whole
Yes.
That just makes me wonder about a lot of different things, actually.
It does. It doesn't make sense, does it?
No.
Doesn't flow well at all.
And then, where's Jack's comment? I didn't see nothing. He should have been one of the first ones. You know what I mean?
Why didn't Jack call Christy and
The parents.
and the parents that morning?
Yep.
Or Kaylee.
Especially when he was seen at the house.
I wonder if he even called Kaylee back in the morning, or Maddie, either one, or tried to. I mean,
because he was there.
No, of course he was. But
Yeah. He ended up there.
I'm becoming more and more convinced that
they called
he's
and
the one.
Yeah, they called and he made it there.
I thought in the very, very beginning, that the reason they called Jack was to let people know that's who killed her. But
Right.
then
Well,
I got
yeah,
to thinking maybe not. And
Allison says, Tommy, did you see the old interview about Steve Gonzalez and them saying he seems guilty? Do you remember any of that?
who seems guilty?
Steve.
Jack DeCoeur.
Jack?
Jack.
Steve Gonzalez. Yeah.
Well, he sure gave him an evil
got it
look
up
at
on the
that
screen now.
memorial.
Oh, he sure did. Tommy, did you see the old interview about SG and them saying he seems guilty? Yeah. Yes,
I
he
didn't
does.
see that.
No, I didn't see that. No, I didn't. If you can find that and send that to me, I would love to have it.
Mm-hmm.
Allison, if you can find that and send it to me, I'd love to have that.
Please share.
Because I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember it. No, you can send it to my email capital letters, onceuponacrimetime @gmail.com. Yeah. So,
Tommy, I didn't realize I watched something the other day that Steve went to the emergency room. He broke out in hives.
yeah, that's what I heard too. I heard that. Is that true?
Shingles on his face.
Before
He had
all this
hives?
Well, they
Hives?
were shingles, Tommy. They were like shingles
Okay.
along a nerve on his face.
Were they shingles or weren't they shingles? That would be interesting to find out.
Hmm.
And just so happened to be on that night of the unalives.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know what time he came in there? Did anybody say?
It was in the morning,
This
early.
There
Yep.
you go. I mean, if that's not a red flag.
Yeah. Typically, the Neeks say, I thought a rash.
Well, he has some kind of a disorder or something. And
Oh, does it? Yeah.
yeah, and it was my understanding that they were shingles, because why would you go to the hospital emergency room for a rash
Exactly. And then
on your
y'all,
face?
did you see you see the interview that they're talking to Steve and Christy, and she says something about Kaylee's wallet, her IDs, and then he tries to deter her from talking about it. But then he says, I got her wallet.
Yeah.
And so why does he have Kaylee's wallet?
Right.
Has anybody ever asked him? Now, does he have the phone too? Because that seems to be hidden as well.
Yeah. Free Thinker said it's Ramsey Hunt syndrome.
Yeah, and Joey right underneath that, Tommy, maybe Steve had a fight with Jack D. Ooh.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
That very well could be.
Well,
That
Jack had a fight with somebody. Because he was
Jack had a fight with somebody.
Yes, he
Jack
did.
had a fight with somebody. Maybe we were looking at that wrong, you know?
Christy did say it was marked up too, not just a rash.
Right, he had bruises and
Tommy,
scratches.
I looked up
We could
Ramsey.
have been looking at it wrong. We could be looking at some things wrong. And with this whole drug thing that I'm digging into again, which I'm going to be getting into again after Mod Night here and stuff. This whole drug, the Ombre story and stuff, where it's getting into Kara and her things and whatever. You don't know.
Tommy,
Maybe,
check your private chat.
you know. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah.
That's what he had.
Right. Okay. Somebody was asking what my opinion was on that, and Paco said, yeah, the knuckles were swollen and all that. Christy said Steve's face was swollen and marked up. Steve Gonzalez did. Yeah, but it can go anywhere, actually, Mrs. Knapp. Actually,
Right.
Jill,
That's right.
I don't know if it's caused from stress. It's caused from the chicken pox virus.
It's a chickenpox virus, and it can be caused by stress. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it can be caused by stress. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
100%. Yep.
But supposedly
Right.
he didn't know at the time.
Oh, okay.
But it was known that he had
Huh?
scratches and bruises, which is totally separate from shingles.
Right.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
Jack's face this is what makes me think of what Joey's saying right here.
Right. Exactly.
I'm telling
This
you.
is what
That
I'm
very
saying, too.
well could be.
And there's too many inconsistencies with Steve G from the beginning to right now. If you look at the whole big picture of it, and I
Maybe
think
they're
he needs
trying
to be
to
looked
hide
at
the
a
fight
little
between
bit.
him and right. Maybe they're trying to hide the
100%.
fight.
Yep.
Yep, something's up.
Yep. He needs to be looked at.
I agree.
Well, what I'm saying is that Steve G and Jack D might have gotten a fight that night. I mean, that morning.
Mm-hmm.
and Steve might have ended up in the fucking hospital.
Right.
Yep.
And if Steve has certain items, then why wouldn't he have her phone? I think he has the phone.
Well, if he's got the phone, he got it from Jack DeCour.
And I don't think the girls, Kaylee, made those phone calls either. I think someone else did. Who has the phone?
Do you think Jack DeCour had the phone and brought it to Steve and they got in a fight?
Nope, I think Steve had it.
From when?
I don't know. That's the question.
Yeah, I don't know if Steve would be involved.
How much involved do you think Steve might have been in this?
He did say why they didn't have to go upstairs.
Yeah, no,
and he has, everything is very inconsistent. Why is there pieces missing from the beginning to the end here with him? Why is he doing these interviews all of a sudden at the court case? And why so many questions? There shouldn't be any questions with this guy, but there is. So there's more behind it. Do you follow what I'm saying,
right.
Tommy?
It's just the way I'm looking at this is that Jack DeCour we don't hear of anything about Jack DeCour calling the parents.
Right.
And he might not have wanted to call the parents. He might have wanted to talk to them in person.
And went there.
That's the way I'd want to do it. I wouldn't want a phone call. I wouldn't want a phone call. So Jack drives over. Jack drives to their house, and Jack hands him Kaylee's phone.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And Jack starts questioning him. Steve starts questioning Jack, and they get in a fucking fight over this shit.
Exactly. And out of the box, look at it this way too. So what if Steve was involved, had his role played in this, and they got in a big fight, and the girls never made it in the home? He was in there doing whatever his role was, Steve, and Jack had his role. Maybe they got into a fight.
Are you talking about at 11:22? Are you talking about 11:22?
Yes, I am. Yep. 11:22. Yep. 100%. There's too much. There's too many things now pointing to, of course, to Jack, but I also think to Steve too. And he's becoming more louder and louder in his behavior, and everything else that's been inconsistent with what he's saying. And his sister's changed, his daughter has changed her story. And his wife is kind of following, and things don't add up.
I just have a hard time believing that the father of a daughter would be involved in her murder. I have a really hard
I hear you
time
on that.
It
is. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but
I think of my daughter, and I just there is no way in hell.
I have seen nasty things happen with families.
Yeah,
I
think Jack and Steve could have gotten a fight over the murder. I'm talking he went over there after they found out about the murders.
That's what I'm saying.
After the murders were done, Jack heads to go tell them. You see what I'm saying? He didn't want to make.
I'm hearing you.
He didn't want to make the phone call. I wouldn't want to call him and tell him over the phone. My girlfriend, your daughter is dead. No, I'd have to tell him in person. So I would probably drive over there.
Right.
And maybe that's what he did. And what's Steve going to do? Who the hell killed my fucking daughter?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And
then he's going to look directly at Jack, and then Jack hands him Kaylee's phone.
And he sees that she tried to call Jack, and Jack didn't call her back.
Sure.
What's that, Hope? What's that, Hope?
I said, and then Steve looks at her phone and realizes they called him, and he never called them back.
That's what would be the fight right there.
Yep.
That would cause the fight right there. I would kill him.
Me too.
If I was a father, I would. I
Yeah.
would attack him. Oh boy, that actually makes sense. Huh.
Read
It would
Tom
explain him.
Read Tom Rivers' comment, Tommy.
Tom Rivers. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm still way up there, so I gotta scroll down here. Tom Rivers, where are you? Okay. Oh God, I'm way up there. Where are you, Tom?
Where'd it go?
This one, or
The
is it
one
a
he's-
different one?
It's the one that says he might not be directly involved, but
Right.
I think Steve G is guilty of something. I just don't know what it is. Well, he
Right.
might be guilty of, we don't know what the motives are yet.
okay,
And we're
He's saying that
looking at this.
here's the other one. It says Steve G probably not directly involved, but indirectly is responsible for the situation that led to them being murdered.
Right. This is what I was saying. He had his role in here for some reason.
Okay, let me read this. Steve G probably
Maybe
not
he
directly
did owe
involved
money
in
to
the murder, but
somebody.
indirectly he's responsible for the situation. Well, yeah, that's like saying that's like Kara. That could be Kara's part.
Mhm.
And
Right.
you know what? There could again. I've been saying it all along. There's different motives. And that's what's making this case so complicated. It isn't just one person going in there. It isn't just Brian Kohlberger. That's too
Right.
easy. That would be an easy, simple case, and this is
Right.
not an easy, simple case.
No, it's not.
Right.
Not
I
at
agree
all.
with that. Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, this has got my mind spinning on a few different
No.
things here.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
I mean,
just when I
I'm
think my
going by-
mind is settled on something.
You can't do that in this case. You know better than that. Well, I'm going by, that video, his interview that he had, and I'm looking at the big picture of it all, and I thought, this man has a role in this.
Somehow.
And I still believe I do think he has everything that he needs of Kaylee's. I do. And I'm gonna leave it to that.
And you know what? Steve would be the type. Steve
Hey.
definitely would be the type that if Jack gave him the phone, he would not give that to the police.
No,
And
he
maybe-
wouldn't. Heck no. Why would you do that?
And
Yeah,
Tommy,
He would not give it to the police.
maybe that's why Steve G is pushing the conviction of Brian so hard.
And that could be.
Hello. Yeah.
But you know what? He wasn't at the beginning. He wasn't. And he's tried to have an open mind through things. But the DA keeps throwing, and the media keeps pushing their shit. I'm sure they're confused.
And Christy.
And Kristen having a wife that totally, is a coal guilter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cryptic said, "Oh my God." SG said, "Oh, we all have our roles to play."
Yep, he did.
Yes, he did. Yep. And like I said,
Yep.
I've seen the people that are going to disappoint you the most is family. That's a fact.
Well,
And I've seen nasty stuff done to other people, close to family members. So
I don't think he would have any. The way I would think would be something he was involved in, more than like him being involved or him being there.
Not directly.
I don't think that. No,
not
and,
directly.
and I don't. To tell you the truth, I'm more towards that there was a drug thing with Xana. Not that she was dealing or that she was a drug taker or anything, but that her mom did that 2 weeks before the murders. And I think Kaylee I still think Kaylee, there's only one person that would do that 54 times and bash her face in. I'm sorry,
Jack.
there's only one person, and I'm sorry. We can look and say the dad did that. The dad would not do that.
No.
No.
Dad would not
Dad
have
wouldn't
no
do the physical work.
participation in that.
He would participate in his role in it, but not physically doing that to his daughter.
Oh, I don't think he had anything
I
to
don't
do
think
with her
he-
being murdered.
Allison said she has a message for you, Tommy. Allison said, read my message. I don't know which one.
You know, and Kaylee and them and Ethan and them could have had proof of who killed their friend.
Allison.
Well, Steve could have owed someone money.
Exactly.
No, it
You know that,
won't let
but
you- it
not-
won't let you share the link. You can't share the link, but does it? Wait a minute. Yeah, you might have to send it to my email, and I'll grab it from there. Send it to Once Upon a Crime Time at gmail.com. Once Upon a Crime Time's all in capital letters. The only ones that can share links on here is the mods or me. If you can get it to one of the mods out there, they can share it. Yeah, mods. Yep. Holy crap, they're talking really fast here. I'm just like, I'm sorry, chat. I can't keep up at all. Especially when I have people on panel. I can't keep up with chat whatsoever.
Okay.
We trying to answer them.
Yeah, that's a tough thing to do. So Allison, if you want to send that, but if you can get it to one of the mods and they can post it, that's cool.
Okay.
That or send it to my email.
Tommy, could it be the fact that crypto thing, there was issues
Yeah.
with that, and
Yep.
maybe Kaylee was helping him with that. So there could be a lot of reasons. Like we said, he wouldn't have killed his daughter, no, but he was behind things that could have led to it.
Right, Hope. I agree.
Right. I agree with Hope.
Right. Yeah. That would be more like it. Yeah. Yeah. That would
But
be more
no
like
way did he have anything to do with planning or killing her. I just can't buy that, in my opinion.
No.
and
I mean, that
No.
company
just
lost lots
don't
of
see
money.
that.
Lots of money.
Yeah.
I can see him and Jack getting in a fight over
Yep,
that phone.
I can see that.
That I can see. And that would explain his little hospital visit and Jack Steve might have
Beat
beat
up.
the fuck out of him. Jack might have beat the fuck out of him.
I mean, Tommy, if I was
Excuse
your
my
daughter,
language, everybody.
if I was your daughter and you had a crypto business that went bankrupt and we owed a lot of people money,
Right.
they would come after me too.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Mm-hmm.
If they
But
can't
has
get
that-
to the person, they take out somebody that you love.
Right. Right.
And so I
And
think
that
it's a
could
lot of
be too.
reasons.
Yeah. But I don't. Has that ever been like with Xana's mom? That's a proven fact that she, ended up in jail, got her stuff reduced, and the
Mhm.
data Farley getting out. I mean, that's all factual stuff. I don't know if is this crypto stuff fact. I mean, where is the receipts on it?
I
to know
haven't
that
seen
it's
any.
fact? You know what I mean?
If you look up the
Either
head
way.
stuff, I think it's on Google. Hold on. Let me look.
I read somewhere that he owed a bunch, that a bunch of people lost money in their
Yeah, I've read that a
investments in his
few
crypto stuff, but
times.
I've never seen how much
Times.
or
I've read it, but I don't, I've never seen any actual proof of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I haven't either. That's why I kind of let that theory just sit off to the side.
Here's what she wants us to. How long is this here? I did get this from Allison. So let's take a listen to this. All right. I don't know what's in this. I don't know what's coming.
Right.
Well, it's it's about the case.
Let's hope.
News Nation. Oh God, Newsmax. Really?
boy.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a Newsmax fan. I'm sorry, Allison.
Were brutally stabbed to death in their off-campus home. The parents of one of the girls,
this is real news here, so listen here.
Killed have become increasingly outspoken on the case, now saying there is a, quote, conflicting means of death between their daughter and her friend. Joining us now for more is former FBI agent and former Navy SEAL Jonathan Gilliam. Jonathan, welcome back to Wake Up America.
Oh, I've
let's
seen
start
them.
with that. What conflicting means of death mean? Autopsy results are already out. The father of student says the points of damage don't match. What does he mean by this, you think?
Well, to tell you the truth, I don't know what this guy means. I'm going to take a little bit of a turn on this because this individual, Steven Gonzalez, I always butcher his last name. He's doing an interview. It seems like every 4 to 8 hours. And many of these different news agencies are putting what he has to say all over the airwaves. And they're not looking at the totality of the things that this guy says. He himself, not law enforcement, he says conflicting things constantly. And he says things that are very odd over and over again. I've worked a lot of different cases, spoke to a lot of different law enforcement. In fact, one police officer who was a mayor of a town in Springfield and a 20-year police officer reached out to me yesterday and said he's never seen anyone that seemed like they have committed a homicide more than Mr. Gonzalez. Now that's something when we're looking at his statements that he is constantly making to the media, and the media is overlooking the fact that he is saying things. And I have some of the things that he says right here. He says that that nobody in the room, that it was fast and nobody suffered. Right?
Yeah,
There's been no report on that.
How does he know that?
He's also said that he's just going to say it. This is a quote from Kaylee's dad. I'm just going to say it. It was leaked to me. I earned that. I paid for that funeral. I sent my daughter to college. She came back in a box. He went to when they had their service for all the four slain and made jokes and talked about the lighting. I mean, this individual is bothering me and many people very much. And if at the very least, he is causing law enforcement more problems, I think, than anything else.
Yeah, again, it's definitely confusing. I've heard him on these interviews say those things. Jonathan had read that. You wonder if he's a parent and grieving, if that's what he's going through. But definitely interesting. He also said something that caught my eye, that the killer chose to go upstairs. So want to remind our viewers of the home. So it's a 3-level home. The main entrance is actually like the basement area. And then you go up the 2nd floor. That's where a couple of the bedrooms were. And then you go to the 3rd floor where there were other bedrooms. So he's saying, this father, that the killer went up that 2nd floor and went through the sliding glass door. Have you heard any police reports saying that that was how the killer entered the home?
We've heard no definitive police reports that say that, although I do believe that is correct. I think when you look at the two individuals, the two females that were in the 1st floor, and that 1st floor opens up into a common living room type space. I guess there's bedrooms there, and those go upstairs. It's almost like a second apartment.
Yeah.
And the 2nd floor has its own main area, and then there's the 3rd floor. This Mr. Gonzalez, he continues to push out their details about this crime that nobody really knows about. We do know that people were killed on the second and the third floor. I personally have never heard any reports where they were saying that that there was different types of attacks and ferocity amongst the different victims. The only person that said that is this same individual, and the way that he talks about how his daughter and
that's not exactly true, because Annie Elise put out from her FBI friend that was there, that's where the 54 times came from. So yeah, that didn't come from Steve.
And that her face was smashed in.
and the other girl that
Right. Yeah.
was with her were sleeping in the same bed. That information was not released until he said it.
Right. Yeah. So I wonder if the police will come out, Jonathan, and kind of clear up some of these things, because of course, people want answers, right? Kids are back on campus. Winter break's going to start soon. They still don't have a suspect. We talked about the DNA with you. We have about 30 seconds left because there were so many people in that home. When do they get all of the DNA back? And what do you think it could tell them, especially if the suspect's not in the system?
What's going to be a tremendous help on the DNA is when they find DNA that's mixed. There's so many people in that house that there's going to be DNA spread all over the place. It's what DNA is mixed in with the blood on the bed, in and around where.
I bet you he was surprised, huh? He thought there was going to be DNA all over the house too. And apparently there wasn't.
The 4 victims were at, because this, again, I've said this from the very beginning with you on this network, that these were violent attacks. It was most likely a male, physically fit enough to stand over 4 people and potentially have to fight these 4 people. But in any case, as he is stabbing, he's also losing skin cells, hair, and those types of things can be used for DNA that would be mixed in.
Yeah, and a lot of people say he may
cleaned
have
up.
cut himself in that process. All right, Jonathan
Potential.
Gilliam, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Well,
yeah, that was a
that
good one.
confirmed what I
Yeah.
was saying, Tommy. What the Navy SEAL guy was talking about, the inconsistencies of Steve. This is what I've been saying, through the whole thing. He's extremely inconsistent, and that
I don't think he would be involved personally, but to back up what you're saying, simple me there at Tommy, maybe Steve was beat up at the same time the girls were unalive.
Never know.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
That's a good one, Simple. Boy, God, just when you think you're settling in and you're getting shit right, and it happens every time.
Yes, and Tommy, the truth comes out, and it's bleeding all over the place. If you got to just look
I'm
at
just
it.
starting to investigate a whole different
All over there.
thing.
Yes.
More, no sleep. Oh my God, this case is just unbelievable, man. What a show! What a show! What a lot of good comments from everybody on panel and everybody out there. And I can't even keep up with all of them. I mean, and they're all really good. And there's a lot of people that agree with you on this, Nat. So I'm gonna let you know that.
Tommy,
I
they
read
say,
it. Thank you.
Deborah says that Toes has information pertaining to Steve G's debt owed in detail.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell Toes to get a hold of Tommy. And Kathleen, get a hold of Toes. If you're still with us, Kathleen. I haven't seen her talk here for a while, but it's been a busy chat, very busy chat. I hope the mods are doing right.
is this murder has a lot of angles. It's got a
doesn't
lot.
it?
It's got a lot.
It does.
The most angles I've ever seen.
Yep.
I've never seen angles like this. And I mean, there's rugs, there's old money, there's crypto, there's just and you know what? Even let's say that the police are not crooked.
Yeah.
This would be one fuck of a case to try to put together. I mean, there's just so much, and they got solo vision, tunnel vision when they ran into Kohlberger, and all this stuff could not have been checked out. I mean, we've been at it for 2 years, and we're talking how many people, how many crime channels out there have been working this, investigating this every day for 2 years, almost 2 years, right?
And we aren't any closer to the truth than we were from day one.
Right. So how can a police department of 25 people and a couple FBI agents, I don't care what kind of gear they got. So what? If Brian Kohlberger's touch DNA, one little touch DNA ended up on a nice sheet.
And I'm
That
not
could have
quite,
came from anywhere.
I'm not quite so sure they didn't get his daddy's and they used it to make a DNA.
Exactly. And that they can do that. They can
That's
do
what
that
I've been
nowadays.
thinking.
Yep, you can.
Oh,
And that might be why they're fighting that yeah, I don't know. Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't
Or
expect
they
this
could
night
have
to be this crazy. This is pretty crazy.
they could have just taken his DNA from underneath his car door handle or something.
I think they took it whenever that guy stopped him 2 times on the interstate.
Or off the driver's license.
They
Yeah.
could have done that too. Yeah. Yeah. That would have been easy one to do. I don't know. Thinking a lot more. Maybe I got to do some investigating into the Steve thing. I can't see him being involved in the actual thing.
No, not
Right.
that.
I'm with you on that, Tommy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see him actually doing the unalivings, but I think he's got a huge involvement, though.
I think his behaviors and the things he
I don't think-
participated in is the part me and Natural talking about. Things he was involved in himself.
He may have been involved in things that led
To
to
it.
the kids getting killed, but I don't think that he in any way was responsible for arranging a murder or knew that they were going to be killed or had any, I don't think
Or how about this? How about this? They knew shit was going to go down. That's why the locks were all changed on all the bedroom doors. Because it wasn't just Santa's door, it was all the bedroom doors. And what if they knew shit was going down and Jack and Steve head over there while it's going down and they start fighting those people? And instead of, but they wouldn't wait 8 hours. There's no way. I can't see Steve being involved like that. I just can't.
No.
I can't. If Steve's if involvement with Steve is, then it's something to do with something he did and like owing the money and those people went after. But that doesn't, didn't you have the rug thing with Zana?
Yes.
I mean, it's very confusing. I'm confused again after I was all set. I was all set in my ways.
Tommy, and there's
my God.
There's still the rumor that Maddie flushed drugs down the toilet.
You're right. Well, yeah, I'm the one that started all that.
Oh,
way
you
back
are.
then. Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
Do you believe that
And
still, Tommy?
I started out with maybe she flushed some rugs down. Maybe she flushed $75,000, and I started out at 75. And the next thing you know, people were saying she's flushed down 275,000, and I'm going, okay, whatever. But yeah, that's the reason I said it is because it's a very high possibility, because I was hearing rumors that Maddie didn't like the drugs, the rugs in the house.
Yeah.
And so that's what made me say that.
And that Xana was the one that had the drugs, or was responsible for the drugs that were flushed, is how I heard
Yeah,
it.
I didn't do that. I didn't say that.
Okay.
But yeah, other people did though. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tommy, look into the Steve G thing. Look into it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Well, it's definitely it's all definitely staged at the house. It didn't happen at the house.
No.
That's I won't
100%.
drop that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I won't drop that. Yeah.
Well, I can't unsee what I saw in the reflections. I mean, some of them are overlays or underlays or whatever, or scrubs, but not all of them, because some of them are just too clear and too distinct.
All right.
Yeah, Deborah, I know. I was just saying that's one of the rumors that was going around about Xana.
Right. Yeah. No, that's the problem, is there's so many rumors going around that we can't.
Yeah, if they just
there's people out there that are trying to muddy. That's the problem. Is that there's people out there trying to muddy what
the waters.
truth is.
Yes.
And we need to be careful. We need to be careful. We need to be careful of what we're believing, and I want everybody to remember that everything that we're saying tonight is speculations and opinions.
Yes.
They are not facts until they are proven in a court of law.
100%.
So just like Brian Kohlberger is innocent until he's proven guilty in the court of law.
And we may never know.
And
that's right.
In my opinion, I think it might go cold.
Yep.
Which would be a very, very sad thing. And the reason it would go cold is negligence and stupidity on the Idaho Police Department.
And greed.
And greed. Exactly. I think I'm beat. I think I'm wiped out.
Yeah, you
It's been a long weekend. I'll tell you what, and riding that four-wheeler, my body is shot. Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to move for a week.
Me neither.
I got it up to 60 a few times.
Okay. You trying to clear out your lungs or something?
Huh?
I said you trying to clear out your
Right? I wish I could. Trust me. That wouldn't be half the problems I have. All right. Well, I thank you gals for being on. Again, awesome panel. Let's give the panel a hand of applause. Yes.
Thank you for having me, Tommy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Love Mod Monday. You guys are awesome.
Cheers to the chat. We have a wonderful crime family, and we just can't thank them enough for their support and love.
Give the applause for the chat out there too. Those awesome chat out there. I'm sorry I couldn't keep up. That's the way it is. That's the way it is with an old man.
I'm older than you by 10 years almost, Tommy.
Right. But you can keep up with chat. I can't. I got to control other things going on.
Right. Exactly. I hear that.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I love you guys.
I love you.
Love you too,
guys too. You guys have
sweetheart, I hope your kitties are well.
Yep. So I'll see you
natural
this week here. Yep. All right.
Okay,
Take
bye,
care.
Moon, Leah, and Hope, and Tommy, and chat. Thank you.
Yep.
You're
Love you
welcome.
Bye
guys.
now.
See ya.
Love you guys.
Love
Yep.
all of y'all.
Love you, Tommy.
Bye-bye.
Yep.
Bye bye.
All right. There we have it. Another great show. That's pretty awesome. An awesome chat. You guys are really awesome people. I love you all very much. And I thank you for supporting me. And my subs, you are my heart, and my mods are my soul. And until next time, rock and roll. And I'm just going to end this back to Dirty Town.
that dirty town. Try to do my job as well as I can. Well, I'm going back to that dirty town, trying to do my job as well as I can. Working in his bad strips, try to forget that noise around. I was sitting on that room floor, thinking all the evening about my baby. I was sitting on that room floor, thinking all the evening about my baby. I've lost my mind in a whiskey, and finally I crawled to bed. Baby, with all my heart, can't live without her just a day. Well, I love my baby with all my heart, can't live without her just a day. I know I won't be satisfied till I come home again. I'm sitting in the train, I'm feeling so lonesome, no one to talk to. I'm sitting in the train, I'm feeling so lonesome, no one to talk to. I'm so excited cause I'm gonna hold my baby. Well, I'm going back to that dirty town, try to do my job as well as I can. Well, I'm going back to that dirty town, trying to do my job as well as I can. Walking in his bad strips, try to forget that noise around.